Fellow Patriots. My name is Debbie. I'm in Florida, and this is actually my first time doing a video online. I have been following the Great Awakening since January 2020, and actually, I feel like I have been prepared for this ever since I was a small child. But as time goes on, and especially today, I was just feeling so depressed, and I realized that there is a great majority of silent patriots out there that have an issue that is not being addressed by anybody else as an influencer on YouTube. What this is that for many of us that have been awake this whole time, we don't have partners, friends, family, anybody there to support us. We can't talk about what we feel or what we believe because people think that we're crazy. And it's been a very lonely existence that's been dragging on and on and on. I have watched my children pull away from me. I have had my mother change her will last year so that my younger sister is in charge of my inheritance and has complete control over it because she thought I was crazy, mostly the JFK Jr. part. But these voices, nobody's talking about this. And today I ran across a short clip from a 60 Minutes in Australia that was talking about a mother and a daughter and what they had gone through. And I was so proud of this mother because the way she put it is, yes, I know, but I know. And when you know, there is nobody that can talk you out of it. Yet there's no support system for any of us. We are here, we're alone. Many people, I guess, are lucky to have a spouse or someone that believes with them. But so far in the past 16, 18 months, the only person I have run across in my life was an Uber driver on the way to Cincinnati Airport. And it was such a confirmation to know that there are other people out there. But this loneliness and this solitude and this long show that is just dragging on and on. And I believe that when God is ready, He is ready, and it will be shown. But as far as my own sanity, I'm not really sure how much longer I can hang on. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to stop believing what I'm believing, but I'm saying it's getting harder and harder every day. And I thought if there was a channel on YouTube, on BitChute, whatever, social media, that I could bring other people on and they could tell their stories and we could have like a group of support for each other. So that's my intention with this. Unfortunately, I'm probably better at hardware than software on a computer, so I'm not even sure I would know how to do a Zoom call to bring people on, so I'm going to have to figure all this out. But I just wanted you to know that that was my intention, and what I wanted to do was to provide a support group for other people out there that are just feeling like we're at our rope's end, that we just need somebody to say to us, yes, I understand. I feel that way too, and I'm alone, and I'm not giving up. But it's very hard. I would say I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself from a personal standpoint. I have probably believed that I have been a light worker since I've been a child. I remember having a conversation with God when I was 6 years old about not wanting to do this and and this is the last time. But when I look back on all the things that have happened in my life that have brought me to this point, I do think that I was never, okay, let me put it this way. I never had candy as a child. I never had soda pop. I never had food with preservatives. I did not own a television set until I was 50 years old. I was afraid of children. I fit in better with adults, so I totally alienated myself from any type of peer pressure. I got married when I was 21 and divorced the first time when I was 30. And during that time, I took a 4-month leave from absence from work. Luckily, I was in a position in the company that I received a full paycheck. So I basically was a hermit. And since we didn't have computers then, except for dot matrix, I spent the only time I went out was to the bookstore, and I just bought everything that popped out at me. And what popped out at me was Lightworkers, Pleiadians, the Lost City of Atlantis, and of course, astrology. My mom got me my first astrology computer when I was 12, and I don't know how they made this really since there weren't computers, but you could put in where you were born and the time and etc., and it would spit out your coordinates. And I leaned on astrology for my whole entire life as far as trying to relate to people, because I felt like I was an alien in a world indifferent to my needs. I did not feel like I was a normal person. I was not interested in anything that normal children were interested in, and I felt that I was superior to my parents. And I just felt like I just knew that the life I was living was not the real true life. But I was lucky, I guess, because I had a grandmother and I stayed with her until I had to start first grade. And she was incredibly protective. And as I reflect back now, honestly, I question if she might have been maybe an off planet entity because, well, there's just lots of reasons. But she protected me in the way that a princess would be protected. So virtually, I did have no outside contact with the world. So, anyway, I just wanted in this session to introduce myself and to ask if anybody else is feeling the way that I'm feeling and feel as if you need support. I will give you my contact information, and please contact me. I will try to figure out how to do a Zoom call, and maybe we can share our stories or have some unity between us. I might not get to do a lot starting off because we just found out after 11 years that the house we've been living in is being sold, so we have to move, which is going to take up a lot of time. But I feel like this was a mission that was given to me today, and I invite anyone who wants to openly discuss, express their feelings when they have no one else until this is all over. So it's very nice to meet you, and I will leave my contact information below, and hopefully we can get some type of a support group going if anyone else is interested. Thank you, and have a beautiful day. Bye.